Hello everybody, I'm Gamester522 and welcome back to more Metroid. And we have Metroid 2, Return of Samus. Now before we start, I will go ahead and say that the reason why I'm not playing Samus Returns, which is the 3DS remake of this game, is because I have no means of capturing off of a 3DS. And even if I did want to use emulator, my computer is not strong enough to handle that. I mean, hell, it can barely even hold up against a regular DS emulator, so that kind of gives you a bit of a clue there. But anywho, and also you may notice that there's color. That's because I'm actually using a ROM hack of Metroid 2, which gives the game color, just so it looks a bit more appealing, alongside with the border that you see. Again, huge shout out to Volp Dart for the artwork. But anywho, enough standing around, enough wasting time, let's get started on Metroid 2. And we begin. So for those of you who aren't aware of Metroid 2's story, it's essentially Samus is now on SR388. Our goal: eliminate all of the Metroids. This is going to be 100%, even though the game does not track item completion. And we're also going to beat it in under 3 hours, because that is the requirement in terms of time. But I can finish this game in under 2, because this game is not as long as it seems. So once we drop down, the first place we want to head is left. And then we're going to fall down right here. Me just shooting down to make sure we're fine. Don't want to hit anything on the way down. Ow. Which I will say, I would recommend Samus Returns for those of you who want a Metroid 2 experience. There's also the thing about AM2R. You're also wondering, like, why don't I record on AM2R? Well, that's because it is a fan game, and I don't want to cause any... I don't know, I'll talk about it in a minute. But here we have our first Metroid. But what's this? This is an Alpha Metroid. Looks like these Metroids are just vulnerable to missiles. Looks like there was an earthquake. Now, those two little things right there were a full energy restore and a full ammo restore. I know there's a lot to take in. This game just kind of throws you into it. But anywho, as I was saying, the reason why I don't want to record AM2R, not saying it's bad and not saying that a lot of work went into it, but it's because it is a fan game that I don't want to record it. Strictly because of fan game. Not, like I'm saying, it's not because of, like, not because of anything, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing, like, not ill, it's not, like, in an ill kind of way or anything like that. Like, it's there, it exists, I have played it, and I enjoyed it, but I am not going to record AM2R. It just comes to that thing about the fact that, like, there was a void, there was just like a void in Metroid releases, and so it was just like, I mean, like, my mentality on AM2R is just that, like, okay, like, there's a void in Metroid releases, And then there is an actual Metroid 2 remake. And then, like, so people might have the assumption, it's like, oh, why could I pay money when I could just get roughly the same experience, if not subjectively better, for free? Well, mainly that's because, well, I mean, and which, you know, that could affect the sales of a game, so... Again, not shitting on anyone who made AM2R, but it's just that, like... I mean, I just hope you guys understand where I'm coming from with that. Not saying there's anything wrong with this game either, because... Metroid 2 is an underrated gem. Also, if you saw that there was actually this purple acid that we went over, the thing about this acid is that it bars us off from going to the lower areas, which the game wants us to kill. Stop hitting me. We have to kill all of the Metroids in an area before we can go to the next one. There is a small sequence break I'm gonna do just because I don't feel like backtracking. Because there is a point in this game where there is one point, only one point, where if you like you open up the next area, but it's like all the way back in a previous location. Okay, I'm just trying to see where I am. All right, yeah. We want to head up this way. Just had to reaffirm where I was. And now we're in the first area. And generally, every area has Chozo Ruins. And here we have Chozo Ruins. So our first order of business when we enter is that we just want to head down. Just go past the save point and head straight down. If we come over here, there's a missile door. You guys remember the days where it took 5 missiles to open a door? And here we get the Morph Ball bombs. If we lay a bomb right here, we can get this missile expansion. Missile expansions increase your missiles by 10 in this game. You will have 250 by the time you finish. When you have 250 missiles and I believe 5 E-tanks, then you're at 100%. Okay. Yes, we want to head this way. There's actually a hidden path here we can take. And there's our first sea tank. Alright, now we're gonna head all the way down. And we have another missile door right here. And what do we have here is the ice beam. Now, since this is an old generation Metroid game, is that what I like to call it? Our beams do not fuse together, so we have ice beam, but when we get the next beam, we won't have ice anymore. So just bear that in mind. All right, I'm just sitting here thinking. Yes. We want to head up right here. There's a missile expansion right here. And if we shoot up here, there's actually a block. Now we're not supposed to get up here yet, but if you time your jump to right here when the block respawns, you could damage boost yourself up so you can get this early. Another missile expansion. That's all there is over here. Ow. Also, I love how when Samus gets hit in this game, she just goes flying. You know, I think damage boosting is a thing in Dread, because that has happened to me at one point, because I literally got hit by something and I just shot all the way across the map. I mean, not across the map, just the room. You know what I mean. I'm just mixing up words. I'm not the smartest. Alright, we come out of the Chozo Ruins after grabbing ice and bombs, as well as a bunch of missiles. We want to head towards the right. We want to fall down here. Oh no. This is a long fall. I don't know how we're going to get back up. What be this? It's the spider ball. Now what the spider ball does is it allows us to scale walls as a morph ball. A nice utility to have. Alright, now before we get to work on the Metroids in this area, there is one more place we need to scope out. And that's back in the Chozo Ruins. There's actually a path right here, right up here. Ow. But we can't jump that high. No biggie. We did just get Spider Ball after all. There we go. We got a missile expansion here. And yes, and we have one right here. Now, I know Metroid 2 may look like it might get a bit confusing because a bunch of these rooms look exactly the same. Which, I mean, to conserve space on a Game Boy cartridge, it makes sense. But I will say this Metroid is probably the easiest one to get lost in. Also given the limited screen space, but I still think it's good. Alright, now that we did that, we want to head back out the Chozo Ruins on the right side. Now, usually whenever you see a Metroid cocoon that's hatched open like this, it'll usually tell us there's a Metroid nearby. If we use our spider ball, there's actually a path up here. And look at that. There's an alpha Metroid. Beautiful. Alright. Now, we want to head back to the other side of the Chozo Ruins. Which, of course, the fastest way is... You know, it would have been smarter if I just went and killed that Metroid now. And then came back this way, because I would have to come back this way anyway. So, oops. Sorry if I'm not smart. And use our newly acquired bombs to get out. Ow. You best be frozen. Alright. Now we're at the now we're taking the path that we took when we first entered Area 1. Now, there was a path that we could have taken down below that I skipped out on, but that's because we needed the abilities that we have now in order to even go this way. Since we have bombs, we can go this way. Okay, I tried. Basically, I want to try and morph ball jump up to here so I can just spider stick. There's a full health refill there, so I'm going to grab it. Yeah, it's just a hidden path right here that you take to just avoid all this bullshit. Well, kind of. I'm still here just getting hit. Don't mind me. It's all a bunch of sand. Alright. So the first order of business is actually 3 Metroids in this area, this path that we're taking. How about you stop hitting me, please? Alright. When you fall down to the first Metroid cocoon, go ahead and take a left, drop down again, and we're going to take another left. And here we have our next Metroid. Beautiful. Alright. Now we want to head to the right. And here's our next one. Nicely done. Alright. And now we want to head to the right from the first cocoon that we found. These guys are so menacing, aren't they? These little flying pancakes. Alright, and here's our next Metroid. Booyah. Alright. That's the sound of the acid lowering. So, you should finish off Area 1 with 34 Metroids left. So now we need to go ahead and head back to the beginning, because we are now done with Area 1. Oh, wait, no. Damn it, I didn't want to go that way. I meant to go this way. It's always nice to grab healing. Now, I am aware that you do move faster as a morph ball in this game, but I don't know, I just really love Samus's run animation in this. Bless me. Alright. Music kicks back in. And we can actually come down here now. We couldn't before because the acid was in the way. Ow. I always let myself get hit by things. Why do I do this to myself? Oh. Well, looks like we got more acid here. There's a Metroid cocoon, so that means we have to head this way. Beautiful. Also, we have some floaty boys that we can't stand on. Now go ahead and switch to your missiles. Because there's a Metroid in this hallway. Stop being complicated, thank you. Alright, and we've now entered Area 2. But we're actually going to get to pick that up in the next video. Because there's a save point right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We have more Metroid 2 coming at you. So I hope you look forward to that. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave a like. And leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. That's going to be it for this video. And, god damn it, I'm butchering my outro so much. Okay, point is, like, comment, subscribe. Really helps out. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Till then, see you then.